Hello, Mandela, and welcome to this week's PSHE lesson. Today, our learning objective is: can I identify and describe the importance of having a growth mindset? Fixed versus growth mindset. There are two types of mindset: growth and fixed. If you have a growth mindset, then you are open to challenge and excited by learning new things, with an acceptance that it may be hard to achieve, but it will be worth it in the end. If you have a fixed mindset, then you prefer to be able to do something straight away and find perseverance tricky. So we've got a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, you might say things like, I like my work to be easy. I don't like to try a challenge. I want people to praise me for how clever I am. I believe I cannot change, however, how clever I am. I don't like to try new things because I won't be very good at it. I give up easily. If you have a growth mindset, you might say things like, I never give up. I like my work to be difficult. It means I'm learning. I love challenges. I want people to praise me for the effort I put into my work. I believe I can get more intelligent by working hard. I feel clever when I'm learning something new. I learn from my mistakes. Let's read our story. Our story is called Stuck, and it's by Oliver Jeffers. It all began when Floyd got his kite stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. The trouble really began when he threw his favourite shoe to knock the kite loose, and that got stuck too. He threw up his other shoe to knock down his favourite shoe, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbour and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do this, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. But wouldn't you know, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen to knock down his friend's bicycle, their front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family car to knock down the front door, the milkman to knock down the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman who surely had somewhere else to be, a small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long distance lorry to knock down the rhinoceros, the house across the street to knock down the long distance lorry, a lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street, a curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. And they all got stuck. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help. And up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea. and went to find a saw. He lined it up as best as he could and hurled it up the tree. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He'd forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. What was Floyd forgetting? Hang on a minute. I've got a great idea. So, in the story, the main character, Floyd, has a problem he has to solve. The way he solves the problem reveals whether he has a fixed or growth mindset. So let's recap on what Floyd's problem was. It all began when Floyd got his kite stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. I'd like you to design a device that will get a kite out of a tree. Can you explain how this would work? So your first activity is to design a device that will get Floyd's kite out of the tree. And then you can explain how it would work. Then you've got some statements. Can you sort them into fixed and growth mindset? Sort the statements below according to whether they are fixed mindset or growth mindset statements. So you need to read the statement and decide whether it is belonging in the fixed mindset column or the growth mindset column. Finally, it's all about the mindset. Make a chart like the one below and reflect on how you embrace a growth mindset. So what you need to do in your middle of your piece of paper is draw a picture of you. Then in this box here, you're going to write something that you have to really work at. Then in this box here, something that comes pretty easy to you. In this box here, something I wish I could do better. And in the final box, something I'm not afraid of trying to do. I look forward to seeing your work on Tapestry.